So, to get all situated here, welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. Good to see you here. Happy Venus on Hump Day. That's my new hybrid, my new acclamation or affirmation. Hold on, let me switch this a second. Can you hear me now? So I asked Archangel Michael, what's my energy card? And so I had to look up because I couldn't remember what Venus Day corresponds to, and it's a Friday. Well, it's so magically done. So I'm like, okay, so is that supposed to be like happy belated Valentine's Day? Well, Valentine's Day is on a hump day, so we got like a really good combination of energies here on this reading. Oh my God, it was one of those days where I just came from work and I didn't really have much to eat, like as far as like a real meal. Things were just kind of hectic as of late. And you know what that means? The ones that are doing me wrong, there's just so much more like chaotic. And I know this because I do the scheduling, like as far as confirming what's happening, like what's reported to the team. So I know one had an emergency appointment, then another just got COVID, and it's like, okay. So now I know like who's really like trying to push. And then like the person that's currently my boss on paper, earlier this week I saw her limping around and doing the fake stuff, just because she's being monitored right now or just because she's hiding something. I don't know what. But I'm just going with the flow of things, but now I know who's heavily involved. Hey Sam, happy Valentine's Day. How are you doing? Any special plans? Are you like what do you call it? Like a few hours ahead of me at the very least? Is it winding down to a close like the portal is closing? Just kidding. It never closes for love. I haven't seen you around in a while, and I guess I haven't been around here in a while. Anyway, I got the Two of Cups in reversal, and I was like, aw, boo. But, it's not even that bad, because it's an abundant card, which means that it's in the coming. Yeah, it's about to turn up. So, I don't know when, and I'm not gonna, like, nitpick at it. There's so many, like, life is keeping me busy. But I was just thinking about it earlier, just a little bit ago. I was wondering, like, some of the readings that people have told me, like, you're going to be so busy. You're like, you got to make way for this and that in order to like, for those things to come. And you'll be really happy. Like, it's great advice, but the romanticism and like the absolute accentuating forces, like, I just knew that like, when you're being played in hindsight by how much emphasis is given to this or that with no real grounds for it. Like, I try to keep myself honest, and not that like there's much of an effort there, but I really try to be as precise as possible when I'm giving my readings, so I'm not like pulling on ego or strings or whatever of anybody who I read for. So anyway, I don't know any names attached to the vibe that I was given with those readings, but like, it doesn't really matter. Energy is energy. It goes by many names. So it's 8:40. Yeah, a couple hours. Aww, happy upcoming birthday. That's cool. Sorry, I was explaining my day, and I just have to make sure that I don't have like, whatchamacallit, sprinkles like on my teeth, like herby sprinkles. So I'm super ... What? Super excited? Or just super? What are you doing? What are your plans? Are they private? No, good for you. You must always have fun Valentine's days. So yeah, I just life is keeping me busy, but it's not to the degree. It's just like what I thought it was gonna be. I like, because I don't really feel like I'm that busy. I know that there's a lot of things to do, but I thought I was gonna be busier in like what I'm doing now. Like clients and all of that. And so I just know better than to go to somebody else's reading, because like I know when people are playing you, whether or not they're trying to date you or not. It's just like all game. And so now I just read for myself. I mean, I listen to other people's, but like I mainly, it's just like kind of background noise, like back, you know, it's for about 90% of the readers that I listen to, it's just kind of like background. There's only like a couple really, maybe a little bit more than 2 that I kind of just really put more focus on. But yeah, that's what's happening here. Yeah, things are just really, really busy. I mean, not just like I have to cut some things out, but it's not like busy, like, oh, I'm making more money, you know? Nowhere, like I'm not, it's, the busyness is not reflective of making more money at this particular time anyway. Page of Swords in reverse. There's somebody spying. I forgot that this was a spying card. They're spying, like, you know what I mean? Like when we're doing like our tests or whatever, somebody's trying to look over at my paper, like at my fucking kite. Do you see that? Somebody's trying to look over at my kite. 4 of Cups in reverse. I can choose not to play with them. Yeah, that would be the obvious answer. I mean, I'm just trying to like see what this equates to in my waking life. Yeah, like I know the people at work are faking. They're just playing me. I know this. I've seen this all too often. Yeah, I know, like, okay, so I'm less engrossed in what I'm doing because I realize that, you know, I should just take it easy at work because, like, I know that they don't want to pay me extra. I know that anything that I get paid more is going to be conceived as extra, especially to a good half of the people that are already there. And that's within my immediate locality. And so I just know that it brings the person who is currently my boss on paper, it brings her great pleasure whenever like I forget something or, you know, like, I don't know, just stupid things like when I'm delayed on something, it just brings her great pleasure to correct and redline whatever I'm doing. So like the past day or 2, especially after that really big, like loud argument, what is that, the 9th? Okay, so it's been a few days. But like, especially after that, I decided I was going to take it easy a little bit and like, well, you know, and it wasn't like I was pissing off time, but I really wasn't going to, like, I kind of indulged in the fact, like, oh, you know, maybe she's going to lay off if I just, like, blah. Like, have her give her something that she can, you know, just play the game a little bit. Because if I really put in my best efforts and she's, you know, directly the one above me, like, it's just, I'm setting myself up for disappointment. So just getting a series of works done so I can relax tomorrow early, then turn up the rest of the evening on my B-day. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. And so you shall. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I just got the chills. I decided my way of being patient was just pacing myself in a different way. It was just like, I finally understand the reason why it's good to pace myself, because it's not really dumbing myself down, because like any energy that I can conserve, I know I'm doing this for me, and I'm conserving it for me, and I'm allotting it for me, not for them to take, not like open. I'm guarding it, you know, and so it's not for them. I'm absolutely guarding it. So I think that's the way to go, because I don't know if I'm going to be booted. I don't know who to trust. But I don't know. I really feel like there's somebody really there that really cares for me. It might not be in my immediate locality, but I know like somebody like's really, really, really powerfully important. I don't know how, like I don't understand it, but I really feel like they look out for me. At least one person that's really prominent. Because I felt him poke me again. When that girl was trying to like get energy or like get into my auric fields, I felt the poke. And it's a good thing that I wear long sleeves, because nobody can see the poke. Because if I had my arms bare, I could feel it. I could feel the poke. You could see it. I swear to you, it would be like the poltergeist or something, where you could actually see an indent like on my skin. It's the funniest thing. I was like, oh, okay, you're there. You're just letting me know. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about today. I don't know if I feel sad. I don't think I feel sad. I think the saddest moments I've had on Valentine's Day was with my ex. Yeah, I think one of the worst ones was before kids. It was at a restaurant, and he said you could order anything that you want, and it was like one of like the nicer, like I don't remember where we went, but I just remember it was like one of the nicer things that we had done. And we were just regrouping and sitting down, and I was like, I wasn't trying to order. I think I talked about this before. I wasn't trying to order, like, I was just like, okay, so what am I craving? What I feel like? And I was just looking, and it was back in the day that I didn't really go out, and so it took me a while to decide. I was just like, what do I feel like? So I was really engrossed in like my taste bud feels. And I was like, oh, okay, I want that one. And then I heard a huge sigh. And this part always, it makes me sad because I remember it. It was like, I think it was I wouldn't say the worst, but it was one of the most memorably worst ones that I've ever experienced. And he after his big sigh, he said, why do you always order the most expensive thing like on the menu. I was like, always? This is like the second time that we've gone out. And I didn't even notice, like, I didn't even notice the pricing. I didn't even look at it. I didn't even fucking know. And after you set it up, like, it's like, I've just gone through so many instances where they just set you up for failure. Like, everything's going to be wrong in the end. And so, like, I'm better prepared for what I'm encountering today, you know, with the person that's supposedly my boss. And so it doesn't hurt as much anymore. Not that, like, I'm jaded, but, like, I see it. I see the ugliness in people. And just, you know, it doesn't, like, ruin my whole, like, thing with love. But, anyway, yeah. So anyway, patience. I just realized patience is about pacing myself, because, you know, we'll just see when the time comes. Like, I'm not all in for this, and you know, I'm starting to open up my interest in just expanding to the best match, the highest bid with the best match. So that's where I'm at, and that's fair. Oh, it's the Emperor, for sure. That's exactly what that is. I'm putting myself out there for sure. It's masterful. I'm making other plans. Like, I'm preparing for, you know, for something better, you know. That's what I'm looking forward to. Cause, like, I was on this, the person, like, that is, you know, that's that same person. She just had me running circles today and, like, doing all these extra things that are just not, you know, that's important. But then, like, I'm searching for, like, over an hour on a fucking keyboard when it's perfectly compatible with her stuff, but she's pretending like it's not. So I have to go search for another one. And, like, I just, like, so I'm under the impression, because she yelled her ass off at the other thing that was supposedly super duper important, and this, like, okay, so I have to put it on that level, even though I have to knowingly, from previous discussions and hearsay, that I have to prep for a major workshop, major event thing to report to her boss tomorrow morning with a new hire. And it's like, okay, whatever the fuck you guys want me to do, sure, okay? But just know, because of all these dynamics, I'm going to come in short. Anybody who's in this role is going to come in short, let me tell you, okay? But if that's what you want, that's what you want, okay? And so it is. But that's my life today. Not completely, because it's the Queen of Pentacles accentuated. It's the Sun card inverted. It's the Ten of Cups inverted. The Four of Wands extroverted. It's the Two of Pentacles inverted. And the King of Swords extroverted. This is massive. This is a massive, this is like train tracks. Like, do. Okay, what is this? 3, 6? Yeah, 6 cards. This is fantastic. This is, so something is coming along, especially with talking about train tracks. Like, even though, like, it feels like, okay, you're on this road, so you're driving along, and then it seems like smooth sailing until, like, you hit those bumps, and you're like, was that a pothole? No. And then it's like another one, and then it's rhythmic, where you're like, oh, once you go past 6, you're like, oh, okay, we must be on some train tracks. That's what this is. We're still on track. We're just on a different, we have to switch modes, switch vehicles. That's what's happening. I like it. So things are coming along just fine. They've been telling me, between my secret forum And here, and my personal reads, something's coming. For sure. It's like maximum happiness. That's weird. But this is super boss mode. But this is not boss mode where you lose track of your roots or the sentience around you. It's so good. It's so good. Especially with the sun shining. Like, this is, gosh, you already get the sun shining when it's the 10 of cups, except you feel it on the interior. You feel it most on the interior. But like, since that, oh, haha. So being that the sun card is right next to that, that's like, oh, this is so good. There's so many messages. It's like everybody feels what I feel on the inside, like as far as happiness. Now let me tell you a little bit more about that, because the sun shining here, the color coding, let me just grab these three first. Okay, bossing up, putting whatever it is I do out there in the world. Okay. And then reciprocating force are emblematic, is what they're saying. Anyway, it's shown by these two cards here. So everyone else in the vicinity, because 10 of Cups is not just a singular form of happiness, but a collective form. It's so wholesome, like it just cannot be contained on the inside. So it's just like overpopulates here. And so with that, like you see that, it's like it's trailing out to here. And so everybody's feeling the feels of that warmth on the exterior. Just as like you see the yellow color coding and just the whatever it's saying there. It's so cool. And then the next cards. Roots and balance. Okay. So this is something, this is the beginning of something taking root that's like legendary. It's giving me a lot of balance inside, internally, and it's just finally reciprocating. That's what it's saying. Because King of Swords accentuated, it's like the absolute truth. It's firm. They're facts. They're facts. It's not just research, they're facts. And so yeah, it's taking root. Whatever this is, like what is it? I don't know how to say it, but well, on that day I give a lady, if I'm with her at dinner, she may like gifts, etc. But you just have to give me a piece of chocolate too. Other than that, the day is always for you. Wait a minute. Wait, what is that? Did you mean to send me that? What? Should I even say something? No, I wasn't even stingy, but that made me like kind of cry a little bit. Like I was so hurt by like the setup. It was like I felt I don't understand it. Like we weren't even arguing or fighting, and that like he just wanted to pick a fight. Like I didn't understand it. Like don't tell me those things. Like if you're not, I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. But it took me by surprise so suddenly that like I almost like I think I like, from what I could explain, I was like I bursted into tears because I just it's like somebody saying like, oh, isn't this so cool? Like, don't you want to touch it? Like, it's so amazing, right? And they're like putting it towards you and you touch it and they like fucking backhand you like off your chair. And it's like, you know what I mean? That's exactly what I felt like. And then he got even more upset about it. Like I wasn't like sobbing, but I was sad. I think I was actually crying. And he said, "Why do you have to make a big scene about it?" And there was another couple on the, like, in the other, like, you know, seating area or whatever, and they were watching everything. It was so fucking embarrassing. Like, not that, like, I was all bougied out or anything, but just the fact of one thing, like, experiencing that, something that I never thought I was gonna experience, like, given the context of, I just didn't think I was gonna experience anything like that. And number two, like, it's like public humiliation on top of that, that was almost welcomed. That I was the embarrassment, and I was like double at fault for this. I didn't, but to experience, like, seeing how, what their interpretation was that, like, gosh, like, you let somebody treat you like that, you know? Both of them were in agreement, like, but, you know, people keep to themselves. And so it wasn't like he was roughhousing me or anything, but otherwise they probably would have, like, been involved. But that particular instance, like, I just know now I am never, ever, ever, ever going to excuse certain behaviors ever again. No, no, no. I saw one of my past employers hiring again, and I know I'm supposed to keep my distance or whatever, but it was like for the most money that I've ever seen within my role, and I in my, like, what I've done before. But, like, I knew, like, I'm like, you know what, maybe, like, I'm strong enough to, like, just handle it this time, because I am stronger, I have a bigger team, etc., whatever. But I'm like, I can't go back on. I'm told I'm not supposed to go back. I'm not supposed to go back. I think that was the guideline. I'm just not supposed to go back to anything that, like, especially if they did me wrong. Like, I know I'm not supposed to go back. So just, Archangel Michael, can you just confirm? And they gave me, like, 2 hesitation cards or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I could still go. I don't know. Please tell me. Please tell me. And so I got it, and I was like, nope. Not supposed to go back. It's going to cause imbalance. And then once I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. I was about to apply, and I decided not to. And then something bad happened. Not bad, but, like, I could tell that that person energetically knew my steps, like how close I was approaching, like veering on taking that decision, and he got super offended. It was not even supposed to be personal, but, like, he did something that, like, messed me up a little bit energetically, because he knows how to do those things. And so like he knows better than not to do, he knows not to do those things, because there's also, like, a comeback to that. But anyway, the world balanced itself out. And so there was another energetic reading where it said, like, that was a tempting offer, wasn't it? Something like that. That was so weird. So weird. Pleasant said that would never be a problem. It never has. Yeah, I didn't realize that people could be, like, really mean out of, like, nowhere. I just never expected that. And I think I was already, like, intimately involved with him at that time. So I didn't understand it. Like, I would have rather just never had gone out. I didn't understand it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm in a better place right now. But, you know, everything has its teaching moments. So, okay. So, yeah. So now I can walk away from the past. You know, everything's good. Even with, like, what lays before me right now and the uncertainty of, like, how things are gonna roll, I don't I just know that not only can I interpret people, what their intentions are, I can figure out how I'm going to respond, if at all. And so I'm gonna let myself trip and fumble and just like let things slide a little bit with work, you know. I need to. I think there's an appropriate lesson here, which is a lesson in reciprocation. And even though like I have huge, like a really strong work ethic, I have to let my ego like let loose a little bit. So I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I've already like shown my worth and what I've, you know, just out of like the goodness of, you know, whatever. And it's their turn. It's their turn now. And if they don't want to respond to that, then you know, we'll figure something, some other agreement out. But they're not going to have the same old me, nor the blessings that I carry. Things are going to be a lot more contained. That's how it's going to roll. Because I can do that. I forget that I have an extensive background in contract negotiations and looking at the details and I'm really good at that. So it's time to like set my foot down with that. Because I think they're really avoiding having to address my desire for working remotely, like some of the rest of the crew. Most of them. Because let me tell you this. If them bitches be bitching about me being 5 to 10 to 20, whatever minutes late with all that I do, with how my schedule is, with what my contracts are, which is none of their fucking business, then I should get a little wiggle room too. Okay? In fact, I should suggest a program to monitor whether or not there's actual activity on their computer and monitor the progress of their outputs from every 30 minutes instead of every hour. We're going to see what they produce and we're going to time it accordingly. We're going to be that detail oriented because there are certain technologies that can mask performance, mask actually attendance, but I don't think anything can really mask performance. So let's see where this thing goes. Let's see how far, you know, the main office, the home offices want to take it, you know, like everybody really understands the concept of karma from where I come from, or my locality, my current locality. So if they know that people are doing like are being devious and scandalous in their ways, guess who's going to shoulder all of that, knowing what's kind of, they don't need to know the details. They're still a part of it. They're still a part of that karma. So you know, we shall see. We shall see how this goes. So you're obviously gonna have some fun. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so there's no stress here for me. And there's no burden with that. Like, that's not my karma because that was never my intention. And I'm very aware of that and I'm not supporting that. I'm not. So I'm not tied into that, those theatrics of drama. I'm not into that. Okay. So we're talking about happy Venus on a hump day. day is it? It's February 14th. So what zodiac sign are you? Hmm? I don't remember all of them. I remember I was a kid and I was interested in all of that stuff. And it wasn't like popularized for me. I just was interested in it. And I used to memorize everything with this stuff. I know more about crystals, you know, than, so it's somewhere like hidden. But I as soon as people started talking shit about it, like I decided like not to remember. It's weird. Yeah. So, all right. Happy Venus on a hump day. So what's coming through here? Dude, I think I need to I'm gonna take better care of myself, because once I find somebody that I really, really like, I want to feel really good about being closer. Yeah, I want to feel really good, not just in the feels in the moment of things, but I want to feel good about my delivery. Yeah. Strength, the World card in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. Are you this is weird. That's weird. That's a strong delivery right there. Like it's a lot of stamina, and it's ongoing, and it's the Queen of Wands, which is highly coveted. She knows her fire. She knows a lot of tricks, and can manage. She has her, like, I guess, safe words or something like that. But like this is crazy. I've never like gotten anything like that, but that's true. I want to feel good about my fire for sure. Thank you. Knight of Swords in reverse. That's focus. That's exactly what you said. You're weird. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Pentacles. It's right there. Top of the deck is what? Page of Cups. I mean, Knight of Cups. That is exactly what you're talking about. You know, I hope nobody's offended by this. I really, really hope not, because I don't mean any like harm in it at all. I'm not making fun of people. It's just like what I imagine in my head. Okay, so I was putting my hair up because like I had my hair. It was wet. I put it up, like rushed to work. It's fine. Started getting a little bit of a headache. Had to go on my lunch break or whatever. I had to run errands. Put my hair down. Knew I was gonna go back to work, so I didn't want like remnants of myself scattered around. So I put my hair back up. But by the way it was done, it was kind of like 90s updo with like some crazy like you know, stuff going on, like kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of stylish 90s crazy like that, like kind of like Patti LaBelle, but more like a little cleaner, like how do I say it? There's a certain look. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know. It sounds so bad now that I think about it. Like if I want to say it, I don't know. But the hairstyle screamed like Shaquita, and so I've never even seen a Shaquita in my life. I don't even know if that's a real name. But I felt good with my little crazy hairdo, and I thought that if I ever came back, if I ever incarnated to a black girl, I would be Shaquita. because it just works. It just works on me. Now, maybe I shouldn't share these thoughts, but I don't know. I'm not supposed to be scared of sharing. It doesn't sound like I should have shared that one, but it's okay. It's okay. I think we're gonna be okay. I actually don't know what to expect out of each day, but I do know that today is Happy Venus on Hump Day. Ah, it is the Destiny card, the Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of the Year. This gives like nautical vibes rather than chariot or wheelbarrow vibes. What is this? Oh shoot. Yeah, nautical, like steering a ship. I think you just go with the flow of things. That's what they're saying. That I can still steer while going with the flow of things. I think that's what they're saying. It's okay. I'm living life correctly. It might not be super large or anything like that, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. It's gonna be better than okay. Like, seriously, I really don't know what my lifespan is here at my place of career dwellings. I don't even know what you call it. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm deciding, okay, well, we'll see how things go. Like this is just one of Spirit's gigs, right? We're just gonna live life like that. Just figure it out. Oh gosh. So there's the act. Okay. All right, my dearie. So the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So we got a bit of love message here. Varying types of love here. This is about being fertile and taking advantage of being fertile. For sure. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Okay, one last takeaway because I feel like, oh yeah, we've been in here for a while. 43. Okay, so that's quite a bit. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. A delivery. It's a delivery. Oh, it's a oh my god. No, this is crazy. Okay, sorry. I'll give you my. All right, so it's the Nine of Cups, and I totally forgot. Look. It's a happy birthday. I totally forgot that was in there. That's crazy. Wishes shall come true. And then Seven of Cups. And then Six of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups. Oh. What's going on? So, it was like, give me some elbow room. Yeah, because there's a lot of possibilities here, a lot of options. There's a lot of opportunities that are coming forth. And a lot of chill to decide on them. Nobody's gonna rush you. Oh my goodness, that's great. I'm down for that. But for you being like the freaking happy birthday card, what's going on there? Well, I think either you're involved in several things, but it's also giving you some downtime. I don't know, you must be very well self-managed, but there's also a couple of ladies almost that are, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's like you're kind of distracted. You could do all. There's these other opportunities of what you can do, but there's two ladies, and one of them is a distraction. And I don't even know if I could call them ladies, but they're females. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. They're intuitive. I think they could call themselves high priestesses. They would, if anything. But I don't know. I don't know. They're kind of swimming around in your environment. I don't know. But that's what it's saying. Look. See? You see? The girl's face on here, like looking distracted at one of these like fae people. You know what like we have a new hire and I forgot in the welcome email to go ahead and include him in the thing, which is not like even a big deal. Like I said, I was just gonna take it easy. I wasn't gonna give a shit like about like precision or anything. Like just leave room for error, okay? Because I'm gonna be yelled at anyway. If somebody wants to like prepare to throw me under the bus, you know, let's just give him a little wiggle room because I deserve the opportunity for human error just like everybody else, okay? Especially, you know, like, so I'm not gonna just like, I'm not gonna stress out, especially if I'm not getting paid like that to stress out over certain things. Like, in fact, I don't want to be paid to stress out over certain things. I want to be paid for what I'm fucking good at, okay? So I forgot to include him in the email, which is, it's not even a big deal. It's just like a little internal round, like a small handful of people. And it wasn't like a major, you know. So anyway, what did she say? Oh, she said, oh, because like the way we structure emails, it has to do with it's a certain way, like you and I've learned this from prior, like even before setting foot in there, that certain companies are like that, where you the one with like the highest seniority with the company goes first. And this must be really strange for like if it was like a new CEO or new whatever, then they would be like at the end of the email rather than the front. Whereas like what I was trained before setting foot into there is you give primary, like you position the emails, like how you address people by their ranking and position, what their role says, you know, calls them for. So it was just kind of a little, it's a little strange and modified. But anyway, she said, oh, you know, I think there's like a way that you can create groupings on emails where you create like distribution lists and you can just include everybody on there, like their names or whatever. And I said, yeah, I know you can. You can do something like that. And then she said, yeah, maybe you should try that so you don't need to think about it. Like you don't need to think about it. Like it was so like condescending and underhanded in the way she said it. But I was like, yeah, I don't need to give a shit anyway, right? I was thinking that in my head. I was like, I know what you meant, but I know what you call for. So like, let's just undo that little bullshit right there. So I see, like, I don't even like this place like really dumbs me down. there's more opportunity out there for me, and that's what this is saying basically. And for you, yeah, you know, your birthday, you're gonna have a good time. There's no doubt about it. You're gonna have a good time. The divine is gonna deliver that to you. It's gonna give you some things to think about, some things to contemplate, and there's, you know, there's no harm in, you know, certain things to think about, because you have time. Yeah. That was really weird that I got that there. You deleted a message? What's that all about? Did I? Why'd you delete a message? What did you not want it on there? Was it offensive? All right, so that was like the takeaway. I mean, the closing basically. Nine of Wands and Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So what I said, Archangel Michael wants to say, you know, hold up your boundaries. Hold sacred what you hold sacred. Like, life is pretty ritualistic. So, you build your boundaries, and that's like basically showing that your roots are lit, because Four of Wands are lit right there, or four candles, especially when you call it, people who don't reciprocate, those who are just kind of takers, like, you're just not going to accommodate that. So this is good. Everything's pretty chill. Things are good right now, actually. Okay. Bottom of the deck, secret sauce is... And that also goes for, like, people, like, you're intimately involved with, you know? Like, that's why, like, I'm not doing the whole dating app thing. Like, just why? Eight of Pentacles. So, focusing on what you're good at. Being happy with that. Always believe that your total package is just as sweet as chocolate on Valentine's. I changed something. It's not for the public. What? What does that mean? Top of the deck is Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I guess I've just seen my day, and you know what this reminds me of? I've never seen it like this before. They just showed me. It's like, like feeling like kind of down in the dumps, like what I heard when in hearing like that inside was that you know, like when you're at a carnival and somebody's sitting like over the dunk machine and you like hit the ball like straight on, and they get splashed into the barrel. That's what it reminds me of. That's what the fuck is that all about? Yeah. So I'm not gonna say like I'm, you know, victimized or anything, but I was certainly the brunt of you know, people's aims to take someone out, basically. Like not in the best ofs. But life, you know, life goes on. I'm still alive. It's still good. It doesn't take away from what I can do here. In fact, I could probably get better at it. Any of us do, anyway. So, what is your takeaway? Archangel Michael, what's this take? The Chariot card. Dude, you're all about good times right now. You're gonna be around a good crowd. can't remember like a fun birthday. I don't. I think there's gonna be also maybe some family too that you're gonna be celebrating with, because one is directly a son, so there's some affiliation, like a sister or a mother or something like that you'll be celebrating with too. Maybe a cousin, I don't know. But anyway, they're good times. Safe. Was that? Yeah, okay. So what is my takeaway? Just mine. Just mine, Archangel Michael. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I guess we got, oh, it's Justice speaking from behind in reverse. Master number 77 here. That's interesting. Master Revolutionary, a leader. So it's tearing pages out. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, I think it's tearing pages out of old, like just kind of obsoleting items. I think that's what's happening for me. So I know that this wasn't the best like reading. How do I say it? It wasn't the most feel goods reading, but it's definitely looking back in the time capsule. It's just showing not just a lot of progress, but everything has its purpose. So old teaching moments to kind of just emphasize how emphasize the validity in where I stand now. So it's good. It's good. Nobody can convince me otherwise. That's what it's saying. So instead of redlining these documents, you consider them obsolete. They're so what is it? They're so they're so redundant. And so what's that song? Speechless and redundant. Oh, somebody's got some love here. It's Green Day. I cannot sleep. I lost my voice or something like that. Something. I'm speechless and redundant. I haven't heard that song in a long time. That's weird. Okay. Okay. So that's it. That's it for now. We're going to leave the rest up to mystery and the unfolding. Okay? All right. Thanks for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate them. And so yeah, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy. So mote it be. So mote you be. Yeah, thank you. So upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to the appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading. Now, where is it? Okay. There.